Hey songsters, today we're going to talk about depression. I have been noticing in the past few months that I have not been feeling like myself, and I think I'm realizing that I've known that I've struggled a little bit with depression in the past, but it's never been really serious. It's been like really bad seasonal depression, or just like, I think when I was younger, I thought it was just bad mood swings, like really bad mood swings. And I feel like my community, my family and close friends really just thought that I was a really sensitive kid. And while yes, I'm a sensitive person, and now I'm like more understanding of my own like sensitiveness. I think a lot of that was depression, and I just didn't know that that's what it was. I also happen to be a person that like I don't want to be on an antidepressant. I don't want to be on on any pharmaceuticals. I'm really hesitant to take and what's it called? What am I looking? Antibiotics. Why did that take so long? I don't know. I don't want to take antibiotics. I don't want to take antidepressants. I would rather take natural supplements. I'd rather go to my naturopath and have her give me some homeopathic stuff. And that the reasons why would be sort of a long story. That's just been my own journey on the road to good health. I've had a lot more success with natural things than I have with more conventional pharmaceuticals and things like that. As I'm coming to this realization that I really need to just like take some extra care with myself and take the time to do the things that are gonna help me combat that depression that I am prone to. I'm going to give you some tips and some things that I do when I know I'm struggling with depression. That being said, I am not a doctor. I am not a therapist. These are just things that help me, so don't take my word as gold, and these are not things I am prescribing to you. Your depression may look very different than mine. When I'm depressed, I can still function. I can get out of bed. I can shower. I'm still functioning. I'm just miserable. I was trying to describe to my husband how I feel, and he struggles a little bit with seasonal depression, so he was actually the first person to point it out to me a few weeks ago, and he said, look, I think there's something else going on here, and I didn't even like acknowledge it until a few days ago, and I was like, hey, I think there's something else going on here, and he's like, yeah, I said that a few weeks ago. That happens a lot. Don't take this as a prescription. If you are struggling to get out of bed in the morning, if you are so depressed that you can't shower, you don't want to eat, those things, go see your doctor. Find a professional, because I recognize while I don't want to take medication, sometimes we need medication to get us to that point where we are functioning, and then we can maybe find some alternatives and wean off. Or maybe you're perfectly happy on medication and it works for you. You need to find what works for you, and please, please, please seek the help that you need. If, like me, you have mild depression and you can still function, but you're just sad for no reason, or like I was trying to describe to James, it feels like I'm drowning, like really, like a little bit more every day. Like it kind of feels like like I'm not quite treading water and I'm just about to go under, but a little bit more intense every single day. So that's my feeling. As soon as I could verbalize that, as soon as I could tell him about it, and we prayed about it together, and now I know, okay, I have to take care of myself. I have a little boy to watch. I have to manage this, and I can't let it just take over me. It's already gotten better in just a couple of days. We'll see how I am after a couple of weeks, but here are some of the steps that I have taken that I do believe have helped, and I'm going to share them with you. The first thing, I am getting into essential oils, and I'm really excited about them. I got Dr. Josh Axe's book, Ancient Medicine, Essential Oils. I'll get it and I'll show you what it looks like. And this was a recommendation in the book, and these are things that I've already done in the past, and I know that they help me, but it was just like a really nice reminder to have. So I put together this essential oil blend. It's really helpful, and James and I were both really surprised at how quickly it seemed to really help and just give me like a little lift, give me a pick me up. It gave him a little like pick me up as well. So I put together this essential oils blend, and this is equal parts bergamot, lavender, and ylang ylang. And then I diluted it a little bit with grapeseed oil. And so I filled this little vial with grapeseed oil up to about that far, and then just equal parts bergamot, lavender, and ylang ylang all the way up to the top of the bottle. And this is just a little, you can find these on Amazon, they're really cheap. That's where I found them. I got like 10 of them. And it's just a little, like a roll-on little thing. And so throughout the day, when I'm feeling a little down, and just like periodically, even before I get to that point where I'm feeling down, this was a recommendation in the Essential Oils book by Dr. Axe. I just put a little bit on my palms and rub them together like this. And then you can just smell in your hands throughout the day when you're feeling sad, or when you're feeling overwhelmed, or when you're maybe there's some triggers that you know you're going to encounter that day. So have this on hand to help you. I think essential oils are really powerful. I'm learning a lot about them right now, and I'm excited to learn more. The other thing that I have done in the past couple of years, which I have really neglected the past like 5 or 6 months or so, I've just been not taking any supplements, and I need to take some supplements. I need them to function normally and be healthy. Is a vitamin D supplement. I like to take the liquid supplements and just put a few drops in. You can put it in some water, you can put it on your food, as long as it's not too hot. You could just drop it right in your mouth. And this is actually for Shepherd, but I share it with him. He only needs like 1 drop a day, and so I'll take like 2 or 3 drops a day and put it in my food, and this really helps. Vitamin D, I live in Michigan and we don't get a lot of sunshine in the wintertime. The other thing that the Essential Oils book recommended, just for like a natural support of people who may struggle with depression, is to take fish oil. You can take a fish oil in a pill if that's what you prefer. And this isn't exactly the same as like maybe a bottle of fish oil, but it is fermented cod liver oil, and I prefer to take the gel, and you may find this to be disgusting. When I first heard about this, I thought it would be gross, but I tried it. I started taking the fermented cod liver oil pills, and I would have like fish burps all day long, and I hated it. It was terrible. I found with this, it doesn't taste great, but it doesn't give me fish burps. So it's over. Once I take it, it's over. This is Green Pasture fermented cod liver oil, and it's also got butter oil in it. It is the chocolate cream gel. Now, don't be confused by the chocolate cream. They, I think, are trying to make this sound really, really great. Fish and chocolate are not a great combination. Let's be honest. I've tried the other blends and I hate them more. So I go with the chocolate cream. Okay, so when you take your first teaspoon, I think that's the serving size. Oh, half a teaspoon. I take a teaspoon. You can, I don't think anything bad is gonna happen if you take more than a half a teaspoon. So when you take your first bite of your fermented cod liver oil, if you decide to do this, I would recommend, don't think of it as chocolate. Think of it as, you know what helps me? I think of it as like a black mocha stout. If you've ever had a black mocha stout, or like a stout beer, it kind of resembles like a stout beer flavor. That's how I take it. And now, like, I don't even care. Like, I'll just have a teaspoon of it and it doesn't bother me at all. It might take you some time to get used to it. Anyway, those are 3 like supplementary things that help me. Other things that really help me is making the bed in the morning. I did not think this was a big deal until about a month ago when I started making the bed every morning, and it just made me feel better about life. This is a really hard thing when I'm feeling depressed. I don't want to clean things. Like, I don't want to clean my house. I don't want to do the laundry or the dishes. And I just, like, all I really want to do is sit and watch TV. That's what I do when I'm depressed. And oddly enough, the thing that I need to do when I'm depressed is to get up and clean my house. I think that really does help me feel refreshed and revitalized, even when I feel like crap and I feel like I can't do this. And sometimes when I'm really feeling like crap, I will just tell James, hey, I need you to help me clean the house. That's not a crazy request. He helps me clean the house regularly anyway. So don't take that to mean that he doesn't usually do that. But sometimes we'll have like a day on the weekend where I'm like, okay, I've really got to get on top of this stuff. It's gonna make me feel a lot better if I start the week next week with a clean house. So for the next couple of hours, let's just like really clean up together, and then we can both feel better. Thanks so much for watching. And oh, now he's crying. Click subscribe and write the song you need to hear this week.